and a lot of my friends got bitten around the same time too. Got an aversion towards dogs, whether it's a stray dog or a pet dog.
Unless you just kill all of them. This whole menace, this so-called stray dog menace, is something that we have created ourselves.
See, the menace is something that we, well, humans, since we're calling them strays, would like to term it as. What we don't realize is, I think we have infringed on their space to some degree, and we would like to make it our space without realizing that it was probably their space before it was ours. Again, legally speaking, animals cannot be moved from the place of their birth.
It's basically for food that they, you know, I mean, they
Become territorial.
they come to these dumps because they want food, and then by nature they are territorial, and they get very aggressive when they want to protect their food source.
Okay.
And anyone coming in their way is obviously considered a threat.
I read somewhere
There's
that
another
like
problem. It happens that the kids, children are attacked more often than adults, and that reason is that they are shorter, and you know, by being shorter, they are on eye level with the dogs, and every time they look at a dog, it's more it tends to convey aggression from their part.
Okay.
And the dogs get aggressive with the children. It's that's what happens. No.
And more than anything, it's basically the garbage accumulation that causes dogs to become extremely violent, and you know, to become a pack, or to become extremely possessive about a certain territorial about a certain area, and you know, and not maintaining his surroundings definitely adds to it. So I would say it's partly our problem, it's partly our fault that this is all this stuff is happening. So yeah.
BBMP area limits has been increasing.
Yeah.
Bangalore limits always increasing. So the BBMP has to cover the other areas also.
Yeah.
So when that is also covered, again another area comes into the BBMP limit. So again they have to do the birth control, that also. And there are problems regarding that. The peripheral areas, they actually dog migrates from those areas.
Right.
Number one, scientific approach to sterilization. There's got to be a systematic approach to how they identify dogs, how they sterilize it, how they replace it. There's got to be a better infrastructure for dogs that cannot survive on the street, so by way of shelters or foster homes, puppies that need to be adopted, a more structured approach towards generally animal welfare, which bodies are responsible, what they're empowered to do, the role of animal welfare officers, things like that.
It's very easy to say, oh, get rid of them, shoot all the dogs, kill them, get rid of them. It's very easy to say that. How many of you can actually do it?
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not easy to just look a dog in the eye and, you know, kill
Shoot it.
There are people who are doing it, but I don't know. I don't know how, you know, how much that solves any problem. You kill one dog, there are 10 others coming in.
Taking over the territory?
It carries on. It is going to happen over and over again. So, animal birth control, along with adoption, is, I think, the best solution.
Also, you were barking so madly.
See, he has a look like a cheetah. Those eyes.
Hi.
We've had Snowy for now 11 years.
Okay.
She adopted us.
Most of the dogs that I have are rescues. I don't really like to use the term rescue because I think it's the other way around most of the time. They rescue me rather than me rescuing them.
Hi, sweetie.
So can you tell me exactly what is the government doing to help the stray dog situation?
The government has been funding the animal birth control of the stray dogs. According to that, we have the NGOs are given contract.
Yeah.
So they go on the street and bring the dogs for the surgery and give them anti-rabies vaccination also and release them on the same spot. So in the way they have been controlling the population of the dogs in Bangalore for a long while.
Okay.
And the anti-rabies vaccination takes care of the rabies spread also.
Okay.
So this is the main activity they have been doing, and now they have been putting an awareness camp also in the schools.
Yeah.
So we are going to the schools also in association with the BBMP and the NGO.
Okay.
So we go to schools, give some information to the children so that they get information about the street dogs.
What about culling? Has culling been stopped completely?
Yeah, culling doesn't take place in Bangalore. Culling
Never takes
No.
place? Okay.
They have they have not done since long time. I don't remember that.
Okay. So you were saying this is a BBMP building?
Yeah, this is a BBMP building provided by the Joint Director, and we are allowed to do animal birth control for the stray dogs.
Yeah.
And along with that, we are doing the rescue works and some of the treatments. So some of the dogs which are being admitted here, some are with accident. This was a spine injury. This is a spine injury case, but she is
well recovered.
well recovered. But one of the leg is not able to put the.
Hi, baby. Hey. She's scared.
No. This leg is not functional.
Okay.
So with the 3 legs, she is okay now.
Okay. She's well recovered.
Yes.
Hi, baby. Hi, love. Hi.
The problem is that as societies develop, as we get more and more civilized, we find ourselves excluding the other creatures. We don't have space for our rats or our cockroaches or our ants or our dogs or cats or any of the other creatures, crows. We don't want any of them because they sort of don't belong in our manicured world, beautiful world. But if we find a way of, giving them that little space and sort of sharing space with them and, living in a sort of harmonious situation with them, we can all be happy. We can, be doing ourselves a favor by adopting this whole attitude of kindness towards our fellow creatures. Because, after all, civilization is about being more civilized, and being more civilized means we are more kind.